Good morning, welcome to Wake Up Well. It's Wednesday morning, and today we are continuing in our new series on big messages, little books. And this week, as you'll know, we're exploring the book of Jude, a really short book, just one chapter made up of 25 verses. And today we're going to look at verse 4. Just to put this in context, as we read through this letter, we see Jude encouraging believers not to get swept up in false teaching, but just to cling to Jesus, to be reminded of the fact that Jesus died so that we might actually be one with him, that we might have communion with him, that we might remain in the incredible, phenomenal love of Jesus. And that's the heart of Jude. And so as we read verse 4 today, let's read it in that light when he says this. He says, "For certain individuals whose condemnation was written about long ago have secretly slipped in among you. They are ungodly people who pervert the grace of our God into a license for immorality and deny Jesus Christ, our only sovereign and Lord." There's actually been a real movement in the Western church over the last decade or so. It doesn't really get labelled particularly much in our country, but it's sometimes, perhaps more so in the States, what's labelled hyper grace. And it's this sense in which people have recognised that the grace of God is phenomenal, that his grace covers all things, that when we stuff up, when we mess up, his grace can cover over, and that we get to enter into relationship with God purely by grace, nothing that we could have done in our own efforts. His grace, God's grace, is phenomenal. But there's this kind of teaching that's arisen, and if we're not careful, it's very easy for it to slip into our thinking, which is this, that grace means it doesn't matter what I do because nothing can separate me from Jesus, so I might as well just do whatever I like. But the problem is it completely misses the point of grace. Grace is what sets us free from our old selfish state and enables us to actually become united with Jesus and to become one with him, to become like him. And when we think about Jesus, he was the selfless one. He was the one who didn't consider equality with God something to be grasped, but actually humbled himself even unto death on a cross. Guys, grace isn't just simply a get out of jail free card. Grace is so much more than that. It's actually the power of God that enables you, enables me to be like him. Grace enables us to become one with him. Friends, if the goal of the Christian life is friendship with God, is communion with Jesus, is oneness with him, is being like him, then why would we ever choose to do anything? Why would we actively choose to do anything that would be unlike him? Because we want to be like him. Jesus is love personified. Jesus is love manifest. I don't know about you, but I want to do everything I can with the power of God within me to be like him. Yet we're all going to mess up. We're all going to make mistakes, and the grace of God covers over. But friends, let's not allow people to tell us that grace means that we can do whatever we like. I don't know about you, but I want to be as close to Jesus as I possibly can. And that means I'm going to follow his wisdom. If he tells me that certain things aren't good for me, I'm going to trust him in that. True freedom is found in him, and not simply in just being able to get my way and do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. And so I'm going to take heed of these words from Jude. I hope you do today. We don't need to be suspicious of other people. We don't need to be judgmental of other people. We just need to be on guard and mindful. I don't want anything to hinder my intimacy with Jesus, and I pray that that would be the case for you today. Friends, where anyone seeks to tell you that grace means you can do whatever you like, just gently recognize that that isn't the truth, and just set your face back to Jesus. Thank him for his grace that covers over all things, and keep pressing in and pursuing friendship with him, knowing that his grace is exactly the thing that enables you to have that. Bless you guys.